Hey y'all, Driftlessbiker here. It is Friday afternoon and the wife and I are heading out for a weekend of camping and scouting run for my upcoming Driftless RCS ride for the motorcycle group that we're with. And we're going to use it as an excuse to go camping as well. So, loaded up with my gear. She's meeting me in town because she rode to work this morning. And then we're going to head and hopefully find a campsite. Fortunately, we're early, so we may be ahead of others trying to find campsites tonight. Maybe we'll get lucky. We've got a few options we're going to look at, so shouldn't be a big issue. And it's supposed to be a nice weekend, not real hot, not real cool, so should be good. Bring you along for the ride. I probably won't talk a lot, as always, because Stacy will be with, and when the wife is along, I don't want her to have to listen to me prattle on and on and on. Hopefully all is well and everybody's having a good summer. It's a beautiful day. Tomorrow there's a chance of rain, but not real big. Maybe some little showers here or there, that type of thing, which I can live with that. This summer is just absolutely flying by. Unfortunately, this is Get On ADV Fest weekend, but I made the choice to do my Southeast trip this year instead of that. Budget is what budget is. You can only do so much and be so many places. And it's disappointing not being there because I would really like to, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to prioritize your trips and pick the one that means the most for the time you're at. And for me, as much as I enjoyed Get On ADV Fest, knocking out the remainder of the lower 48 to me and getting on the roads that I got on and to the places I went this year. Out putting around with the lovely bride, and we were doing a little bit of scouting, decided to enough of that crap and just doing a little bit of fun riding. It's an interesting place to tan. But hey, enjoy it. It's a gorgeous day, a little warm, but hey, I'll take it. The sun is shining. On some fun letter of roads over in southwest Wisconsin. Currently on County Road C for... I'm not sure what county we're in. Crawford County, Wisconsin. Just a little bit north of Prairie du Chien. Just on the south side of Ferryville, where it starts, going east. We both picked up Bone motorcycle shirts, B-O-H-N. They're armored mesh shirts, so they've got hold the armor exactly where it should be. It's not truly a compression fit, but sort of a compression fit. So if you wear an armored jacket, you may know that they don't always sit. The armor doesn't always sit right where it should, especially elbow armor. This, you get your armor right where you want it, it stays there. It's pretty slick. The adventure version, which has chest armor as well. I don't have it easily removable chest armor, so I took it out for this weekend, but when I'm going to be riding gravel or off-road, I would put that in and combine it with my jacket. It's hot today, so I'm actually just wearing it instead of my shell. Then I just pulled the armor out of my jacket, carry a couple of different shells for different options if needed, and then pack up a lot smaller without all the armor, of course. Something I'm looking forward to in future trips is being able to pack up a couple of shells, have one shell packed away, one on me, and if need be, I can switch based on temperature and things like that. It'd be a nice option to have and still have a little more protection. I know my last trip when I was going down to the Keys especially, it would have been really nice to pull off my heavier shell that's got better protection, of course, but I have a mesh jacket that I've worn for a long time, but it's still in good, decent shape. That flows a whole lot more air, and it would have been nice on that Key West run to have that extra airflow. Oh, it's enough talking to myself for now. I'll probably do a little wrap up here later in the day, maybe do a short solo run after we get back to the campground and my wife decides to relax for a bit with her book. So we got here not knowing that this was a bait ride weekend, or convention weekend at this campground. They do it every year, the third weekend in July. And it is a fairly full house. Had one of the region directors stop by and visit with me for a little bit this morning, invite us to their cookout this evening and DJ stuff. And I don't know that we're going to necessarily join for the dinner, but we may go over for the music and just socialize a little bit. And I'm kind of going to wrap up the day because I'm rolling solo just to go grab a handful of supplies and some fresh ice and stuff for the cooler and stuff like that. And I thought I'd do a quick wrap up of the day and kind of wind it down. It's been a good day. The route we planned on scouting today, we did a little bit of it. We did a little bit on the way down last night, and pretty much threw a hand grenade into my route, so I got to more or less start from scratch tomorrow. I'm going to scout a couple of other roads on the way home, but nothing too major. And then we'll see what I come up with. I have some other ideas. I've always got some routes in my back pocket anyway, because I've been doing this a long time. And as a result, I kind of know a lot of places and a lot of things and a lot of roads and things like that. And we've got a couple of challenges this year because we're happened to hit a town festival weekend for one of the towns that we could have gone through. It was also on a friend of ours' route for later in the year. I'm trying not to overlap with his route. Just there's tons of good roads around here. I don't need to overlap with his route. So if I don't need to, I'd rather leave his route alone so he can take people on that in 2 months later, not even. So it just seems like it's the courteous thing to do, I guess. And then like I said, there's also a new rally that's going to be occurring not too far off route, so trying to avoid having the additional traffic from that. We'll see. Like I said, fortunately I've got a lot of experience and background with the roads around here and leading rides around here, so I've got some routes that are almost pre-planned that I just have to run them to make sure there's no construction or active work sites or something like that could cause issues. Or, you know, Minnesota does a lot of oil and chip and seal coat, and make sure we don't have any roads that are on it that have been freshly seal coated and chipped, because that could be a little slick.
Hey guys, this is Driftlessbiker from the future again. I am once again having to come to you because I failed to do a closeout. And I'm not going to say where I'm at because it's coming up in the future. You're going to dig this one. It's pretty cool. So we wrapped up our camping weekend, got home, adulted, got some stuff done, and yeah, it was a good weekend all in all. Some good sights, some good data collection, essentially figuring out if we wanted to do the route we did, and we did not. And ultimately, we reworked it and came up with a really good route. You'll see that in a future video. All right. Thanks for everybody for watching. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and it's Driftless Biker. Out for now.